I'm trying to get a team of the week, well, any team of the week player, but here is the team. Again, Derek Carr still down with the injury. I think he will be back for the Super Bowl. Hopefully. And then, so, actually McGloin is going to start for today because Connor Cook didn't look all that good, so, or we could maybe actually pick up a free agent, maybe. It's not going to be anyone good. Yeah, 67 overall. Actually, that's better than nothing, though. Sean Renfree. Heard of him. I don't even know who that guy is. Matt Barkley, yes. Yeah. Garrett Gilbert. Yeah, looks like... Who has, like... 84 throw power. Wow, that's pretty good. Oh, this guy has a 92, though. And... Short? Oh my gosh. But he doesn't have any, like... Oh, nice 20 elusiveness. Logan Thomas is actually 69. But that's... I don't think I'm gonna get any. No.
Okay. You probably already told me that.
I don't know. But yeah. I think we're gonna keep Matt McGloin in. Connor Cook will come in again if McGloin is terrible. Which I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't, but offensive line is looking really good. Defensively, we do need a middle linebacker, so I'm going to try to trade one this off season. And yeah, so let's get into this. Oh yeah, we got to check their injury report. Oh, he will not return. Okay. Where is that right now? I don't know. Here's the Bengals. Oh my gosh. So they got like everyone injured, pretty much. Oh, I thought that was a... Oh no. So they're missing two pretty good players. Jeremy Hill is alright. And dislocated ankle. No one else really that good though. This guy might be able to start, but yeah, so I'm missing two good players. So, but they're not missing like a quarterback like we are. And here we go. Okay. And I'll do their away alternate, I guess. Or Okay, so here we go. Well, I'm gonna change this to the Tampa Bay's, and we're gonna go with no, not San Diego's defense. Seattle, no. Doesn't really matter, but there we go. Tampa Bay's defense, because I don't want those terrible defenses with the Seahawks, which is overrated. But yeah. So the Bengals, not too bad, 11-5. Yeah, should be a pretty good game though. Our offense wasn't too good last week, but the Jets do have a good defense-ish, sort of. The Bengals, they have a good offense, but not the best defense, I guess I could say.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. With a spot in the Super Bowl on the line, everything is on the line in today's conference championship matchup. It's the Bengals going up against the Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland, as we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And they will not get a chance to return.
So here we go. There's the first kick of this game. Results in a touchback. So here comes Andy Dalton.
From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it.
He does have a pretty good
in fact, I asked him about his mobility.
accuracy
Well, I did run for over 1,500
so
yards
far
in
this
college.
season.
That was an easy answer from him.
First and 10 for Dalton.
And he's going to roll out. And there's a flag as he does make the throw, but he was over the line of scrimmage because he's smart.
So how about that one, Charles? We haven't seen that in a while. The illegal forward pass.
The quarterbacks get so much leeway on this play that you're right, Brandon. It is very rare that we see the call come back for a legal forward pass.
He could have ran
It's second
for the...
down. Dalton looking.
Ooh,
His
pick.
first look is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the Philadelphia Panther, was the target. And it's third down. And the offense trots out onto the field.
And A.J. Green is an absolute playmaker on the perimeter for his team.
So a third down and long now for Cincinnati.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Surveying the field. Look at the time. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So now fourth down for Dalton, and here's the punt.
Probably the smart play to try and pick it up, but they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good.
And Jalen Richard will return this one.
As they force him into a likely punting situation.
Not the greatest punt.
Let's take it inside his own 40.
And he's brought down to the 47, so a nice return there for Richard.
We'll have a short field to work with as they take over. So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the veteran out of Penn State. It's Matt McGloin.
And I don't care how many times you bring it up, is still a fantastic story. Matt McGloin was a walk-on in college, undrafted free agent in the NFL, and became a starter in the NFL.
So here's a first down and 10 for Oakland. Here's a handoff. It's Latavius Murray brought down for only a yard.
And Mr. Cooper Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
9 yards still remaining.
Second down and 9 for Oakland. Michael Crabtree is back after being injured last week.
Here's McGloin.
So this one quick to Walford. That's an easy first down of 14 yards.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything.
First and 10, and here's a run. It's Murray, and he's brought down at the 29.
It'll be 2nd and 6. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Carlos Dansby is a versatile linebacker, comfortable at either outside or inside, and always a respected team leader.
Second down following the run. McGloin now.
And we got Crabtree. Oh, he dropped it. I thought he had that.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So third down and 6 for Oakland.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Brought in by Walford, right side. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling.
And here's the kick by Janikowski, and it is good. So it is 3-0. Oakland after the early punt by Cincinnati, and here is Janikowski kicking this one off.
Your stadium, your crowd, you.
And heading out for another drive, the Raiders defense. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and then rolled downfield and put the ball to.
This run is stopped. Giovanni Bernard on that one.
And we take a look now at the defense for the
off-the-charts rookie season and continues to be one of the best playmakers at outside linebacker.
Second down and 10.
10 yards still left on second down.
Cincinnati.
And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
What?
They send Green to the left on his own. So Dalton now. And this is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. Third down from the gun, Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's brought down after a good game. A pickup of of 24 on the third down conversion.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most
Really?
accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Now play fake here on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A nice gain of 21 yards. So we have now seen connection number one between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah.
Sorry for that, if you could hear it.
Say that again.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of information. And you know something? I'll bet Andy Dalton.
So here's a 1st and 10.
Because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number one target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a third down and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control
This one
the game.
completed to LaFell for the first down.
And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Oh, I thought that was a pick.
At the 2. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that they were able to do that. It would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Shalik Calhoun in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game. Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Nugent puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays.
So here's a kickoff, and Johnny Holton will return this one, brought down to the 25.
Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
So it's tied 3-3 as our offense comes back out.
We'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
That's a nice run. 6 yards for Latavius Murray. 2nd down.
Yeah,
but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Back to throw here.
First down for Crabtree. Nice throw by Matt McGloin.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field...
Here's a first down. Here's another handoff for Latavius Murray, and he has room. And he's finally brought down at the 46. 9 yards.
And it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front.
2nd down and 1.
Really well done.
Here's another run. And Murray, another nice run down to the 45.
9 yards yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
1st down and 10 at the Bengal 45 now, and here's Murray again. Again, it's 10. 11 yards, actually.
11 yards on the pickup, and the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and
bad.
used it to great advantage.
Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st.
2nd down and 10 for McGloin now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get
I know I shouldn't have thrown that.
And it's 3rd down.
Because he doesn't have
Play
any
number
throw on the
7
run.
as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Madden these days. I could have made that throw.
3 to the right.
3rd and 10.
McGloin now.
Throw it away.
Complete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but
This kick is good by Janikowski. 6-3 now. After the long 51-yard field goal.
dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that.
And here's
Got it above the
Bernard,
defense.
who will not return this one. Back down at the 25. Cincinnati will start.
At the 25. A look now at the Oakland defense as they get ready. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now.
And Khalil Mack comes quick against Eric Fisher, the ex-Chief, and that's a loss of 9.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And Dalton to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line.
Nice gain there for Andy Dalton.
Yards that time. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun.
That's Olden Smith stuffing that one for no gain. Bernard can't find anywhere to go so far today.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They come out here in the eye. Again, here's Bernard. And an alley to run.
And he's brought down to the 50. That's a nice gain of 5, though. 3rd and 5.
Able to bring him down. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And able to find Green.
That's A.J. Green with the 1st down, brought down by Olden Smith.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
So another nice drive here by Cincinnati.
Enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his
Here's a fell,
I don't think so.
brought down at the Raider 8 now as Sean Smith makes the tackle. 1st and goal.
Is doing a nice job selling the play action pass. A lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
He's got time in the pocket.
And then Dalton throws this one right to Dave Amberson, and he drops it.
His caliber let it get away. But it does get away at second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum.
That was an easy interception and he dropped it.
And now,
Of course.
Could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the side.
That's Khalil Mack stuffing that one for nothing.
So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them down.
And that one is only 2 yards. David Anderson sniffed that one out, and here comes another field goal for Cincinnati.
Field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
This one is good.
And Nugent puts it through, and that will tie things up at 6-6. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only
Here's
get 3
Rashard.
points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your
Nice
sideline.
juke brought down the 25.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
And McGloin going downfield for Crabtree, and he has it. And he is gone. That's Adam Jones, who missed the tackle, and the Raiders score the first touchdown of the game.
Michael Crabtree, 74 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And that one is good. So it's 13 now to 6. A touchdown game for Cincinnati.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here. Let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side,
And this one is stuffed. A loss of 5, or actually 6. And that is Alden Smith who stuffed that one. Second down and 16 now.
the better feeling at the end of this drive. They send Green to the left on his own. It's second down. Dalton looking.
And that one incomplete, almost picked off by Nate Allen.
Complete.
3rd and 16 now.
Intended target, 3rd down here. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Underneath.
This one is short by a lot. 4th down and 10, and here is another punt for Cincinnati.
As he'll kick it away for the second time.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So we played a quarter here in the AFC Championship game. 13-6 our score. And we're back to Oakland after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Here comes the punt, and it is going to be not a fake, and here is Rashard.
This is taken at the 18. Ooh, the juke.
I hate that one, actually. I'm going to turn that. Hopefully I turn that off. I keep forgetting about it, so hopefully I do for once soon, because that's really annoying. when you have like plenty of room to run and then it just jukes for some reason and then you're brought down from behind or whatever. But here is a first down and Latavius Murray brought down only after 2.
Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. That's a good play by the guys on the defense.
Second down and 8.
Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8.
Here's McGloin. It's a snap, throws, Crabtree has it. Now that one was actually me, but nice throw by McGloin.
Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate
1st and 10
plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys.
And here's another run up the middle, and that's Latavius Murray. It's a first down. 10 or 11.
On the game there, and that'll be good for an Oakland first down.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4 wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out.
And McGloin throws it to Latavius Murray, who is having a monster game, and that is a 8-yard gain. 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That was 2nd down run for Murray.
And Murray gets the first down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard
around 6.
Just 4 yards on the pickup,
Oh,
but that's good enough to
only
restore
4,
the
but
run.
okay.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
One receiver to the left.
Crabtree is in motion.
They go play action here on first down.
McGloin throws over the middle. That's caught by Cooper, and he's brought down at the 11. First down.
Good enough for an Oakland first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
McGloin hands the ball off, and that's Latavius Murray losing half a yard or something.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Here's McGloin. And this is caught. It's Cooper.
That was an interception.
Good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What a catch. And
3rd down and 5.
And I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other...
And he'll take it in.
And that's Jameis Olawale with the toe drag swag. Somehow got in. Hell, I was surprised by that. I thought that was the cornerback. I think that was Adam Jones. Was watching that, but I threw it early for him, and that one too easy. Almost incomplete because McGloin wasn't the most accurate on that one, but good job. So here's Pac-Man Jones brought down to the 26. So Cincinnati, if they don't get a drive going here soon, they will be in trouble coming up, as Matt McGloin hasn't looked bad.
They really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And that is TJ Carey on the cornerback sack.
Blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And this one is knocked away as Dalton goes down again. And he has 18 passing attempts already in this game.
That pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
Well, it certainly is, but he eats up ground.
I don't know if I want to play cover 4.
Yeah, the Raiders call on a
I don't like playing cover four on third down.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton finding time.
Somehow someone gets wide open.
Try to lay one up deep.
Okay, there you go.
Incomplete. He can't hang
And he
on.
catches it in between
Nice
three
catch.
guys.
Instead,
Oh
it
my
brings up a
gosh.
fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. Look at
No.
the dance and the juke.
Oh my gosh, stop.
So a change of possession here
Please.
on the punt. And the Raiders will take possession.
So first down to the 42 now for Oakland coming back out.
Back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team.
And that's Amari Cooper again coming down with that one-handed catch.
I think he expects to throw
That one a pretty good throw by McGloin, but
Hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and flip
could have gotten the first down. But no, it's second down and 1.
Second down now after the pass completion.
So here comes McGloin out for another play.
A handoff. It's Murray.
It's Murray, and he's going to get stuffed. But it is a first down. Wow, that was a pretty generous spot.
Second and 1 is often an
But
invitation
I'll
to
take it.
a big shot downfield. The offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
So here's a first down. McGloin is a play action.
Backing up.
Throws across his body, and that was caught by Crabtree. And he's out of bounds at the 26.
And that'll be good for an Oakland
McGloin
first down.
was looking for Cooper and then went back
Already up over
to
100
Crabtree
yards receiving now.
all the way across the field.
Number for a really good game for a receiver. So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
McGloin now.
Throws this one quick, and that is Seth Roberts.
And
First down.
inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Raiders a first down.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
First down and 10 Raiders at the 14 now. After that big play.
A toss to Murray.
And he gets outside, and that is a touchdown.
And touchdown.
Iloka can't make the tackle.
Latavius Murray, 14 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
And here's the kick by Janikowski, and it is good. So it is 27-6. Oakland now. Just beating on Cincinnati as Cincinnati cannot get anything going right now.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
And
last year that would have been an
nice return though.
on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more
I'm not going to play man on AJ Green.
You know what I would tell my offense
Especially
right here?
press coverage.
He don't exist, guys. He don't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you gotta
This
go
one
out
caught,
and create some
surprisingly.
offense for us here and
I thought
give us some
that would
points.
totally
No way
be
does that guy
dropped.
get on the field on this drive.
Unless that was Eifert, but that was
It wasn't his
not even
fault.
Eifert.
Hey, listen,
First down and 10, and after that nice completion by Dalton.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Here's a run. This one's stuffed. 1 yard. 2 yards, actually. For Bernard. 8 rushes, nothing going for Bernard, who has had not a good game so far today.
All afternoon didn't get a whole lot better there. Dalton throwing on second down, surveying the field.
That was incomplete.
That'll be incomplete. Brandon LaFau, the intended
Third and
receiver.
8.
It's third down.
It's It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Andy Dalton.
That's wrong. Yes.
The contact made the ball roam free and brings
And here comes another punt for Cincinnati as Eifert could not hold on. And here comes Huber again.
And every now and then they don't come down with the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So here's a first down and 10. Oakland at their own 20 after the fair catch by Richard, and here's a nice run. Murray broke Iloka's ankles. That's 6 yards.
Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Oh. Hi. Second down and 3.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll set up a throw.
Now an incomplete. McGloin got hit as he threw that one. Third down.
Never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll run here. It's Murray.
And Murray's going to lose. Well, actually, he only gets 1. So a fourth down and 2. And here's a punt.
This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
That is a perfect punt.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard.
This is a loss of 1.
Rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll run again with Bernard.
And this one's stuffed by Carl Joseph. 1 yard, though, for Bernard. Third and 10.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing, Dalton.
Oh, wow, wide open. Oh, my.
Get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after.
That was a nice play for Cincinnati. That will give them some confidence.
And changing field position.
They go play action here on first.
And that's Khalil Mack again.
This time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from
And that one is
exactly
stuffed.
what he did.
And this one's going to go the
That's
wrong
Justin
way.
Ellis.
Some yardage back at the 42.
Stuffing that run.
Lost 4 there, and it's third down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Bring it back up.
Soft on the corners. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's got time in the pocket.
And he just throws this one
No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
outside, and that is incomplete. So here is a punt.
Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this.
And this one looks like it is out of the end zone. It is not, actually. Now it's a 10-yard line. Very nice punt.
The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. They come out with one back.
Here's a 1st and 10, and here's Latavius Murray again, and he got smacked by Iloka that time.
To about the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's McGloin under the center for this one, and that is a 1st down.
Bring him down at the 20. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here's McGloin.
Oh,
His throw is incomplete. He was trying to hit Jameis Olawale. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
that's Seth Roberts who got hit by Iloka that time. 3rd and 1.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down.
Here's McGloin. He hands it off to Rashard, who jukes a man out and brought down with 8 yards on that one.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Here's a 1st down carry, and this is Latavius Murray brought down. That's 3 yards.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Why are we playing press again? I really don't want to burn him, but, you know. Oops, that was not a good
Battle for it here, and this will be caught.
choice.
He goes for 18 there as As the drive will continue.
Whatever.
And with that
Nice catch by
north of 200 yards
Walford,
here in
and the
first
Raiders
half.
are just
Tough
having a
start to
field
the
day
secondary
right now on
defensive.
Cincinnati. Here's another run.
Confidence. And, you know, you
Here's
always
another
wanna
nice
keep
gain
that
of
up.
5.
Feel like you can always bounce back after plays, but with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the clock. No, I'm not going to call timeout yet.
They go with Murray again.
We need to get into field goal range though.
Successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a
That's
yard
a
and it
pass.
brings up third. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open
And this kick
areas,
by
find soft
Janikowski
spots,
is
instead of
good, so
passing
it's
the ball.
30 to nothing. I mean, 30 to 6 actually.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Raiders are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Bengals just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10. Max got the sack here. This ends up as a loss of 9. At the end of the first quarter, the pass is completed into tight coverage. After the long pass, he'll score. That takes the lead up to 7. Raiders take it at the 6. The pass will be completed to the sideline. And it cap off the 8-play drive with a TD. Raiders up now by 14. Now midway through the second, Murray's going to show off his strength, and he'll go in from 14 yards out. The Raiders go up by 21. So that's going to do it for us. We'll send you back now to field level for some more playoff football.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
So here's the kickoff, and
a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Holton is going to be brought down at the 22.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just
Here's
working
another run
on
for Murray.
they're going to do
Brought down
to
the
attack this in
24.
second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. See if they stay on the ground.
Second down and 8. Here's another run, and Murray a first down. He trucked over a defensive back, and he already has 100 yards.
Another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye.
Here's another pitch, and Murray is going to be brought down for that one.
Here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This one short to Seth Roberts.
Down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
This one, it's Latavius Murray, and he's going to be brought down by Aloka. But it's a first down, though.
He brings this up to the 47.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
What? What play?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to the ground game.
Here's another run for Murray. Only one.
Here today. This run's not going to go anywhere. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead.
This one over the middle is cut by Crabtree, and he's brought down to 34.
That we're not really focused on it.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle,
Second down and 8 now.
in a big play.
After that short run. He's a good dude, I just gonna run the ball.
This is Murray. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
This is 2 yards.
A couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Okay.
Cooper's got it. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age.
And Murray's going to take it in again. And again, it's to the right.
Latavius Murray, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are pouring it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Janikowski now for the point after. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
Here's a run up the middle and nice gain. 6 yards, and Bernard has 1 yard on 12 carries.
We want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And Dalton to throw. Green with a catch left side. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And a right side completion here by LaFell. And he's brought down.
Mom, I haven't been on for 1 hour though yet.
It's good enough for a Cincinnati first down.
No, I wasn't up here when you were getting groceries. I mean, I was up here, but I was in the bathroom.
They go play action here on first down.
No, but usually these games take like an hour and 15 minutes.
Down to about the 20-yard line.
There's 8 minutes in the third quarter
Crossing
left.
route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read
Sometimes it takes an hour and a half.
and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football.
Okay, I know. I was going to get off when this game is over.
Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer.
And this one is intercepted. I almost went back out of the end zone, but I didn't quite, I guess.
We've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
McGloin hands it off, and Maluga comes out of nowhere and tackles Latavius Murray. Only 3.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defense.
The Raiders are already over 400 yards.
That was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And here's Murray, another first down.
Down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here's McGloin.
Throws it over to Cooper, and that's a first down. Brought down to 46.
The 45 before he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
He moved back over there.
Really nice target.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, these cornerbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Now what can Dalton play?
Towards AJ Green, Khalil Mack.
Either your receiver gets it, that's it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Second down and 10 now at the 7. Here's a handoff. Excuse me, handoff. And a nice run of 8 for Bernard. Third down and 2.
And now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line.
I'd be pretty surprised if there was a run, but
Moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. And that's complete to LaFell. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Now a play fake here on first down.
that's Bruce Irvin.
Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that
7 yards on that one. Third down and 11.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And they're able to convert on
nice
third
throw.
with a solid gain of 23. Inside 4
First down.
minutes to go, third quarter. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year.
And this is caught inside the 5.
Whatever.
A big play. Dalton to his favorite target, Green. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Here's another run for Latavius Murray and another 8 yards.
Up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or
2nd down and 2.
Trash, makes it a lot easier to
and here's a first down. 4 yards.
We just saw there.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move.
And I'm going to put in the backups. And this down. Okay.
The chains. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And here's a 2nd down, and here's a run for Richard. Brought down to the 39.
39 here. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now Cook. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Richard's going to lose.
Stop for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
No gain? Never mind. Okay.
They couldn't get anything going
4th down and 3, and here comes Marquette King.
Didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern.
First down and 10. Here's a run. Bernard driven backwards. 2 yards.
And what plays they wanted to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
2nd down following the run. Dalton up, play action.
Throws over the top, and nice throw. Eifert is out of bounds at the 46.
A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
And that's Reggie Nelson coming in there, knocking that run backwards for a loss of 1. And that will take the clock down to 0.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
I'm going to put the defensive backups in too in a little bit. Don't want anyone to get injured.
He's got time.
So this one incomplete. 3rd and 11.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton.
This one is intercepted by Carl Joseph, and that's the 2nd interception thrown by Andy Dalton today, and the Raiders have good field position as well.
There's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage.
Here's a handoff. It's Rashard who fumbles, and that is picked up by Clive Walford, so no gain on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this one incomplete, looking for Seth Roberts.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball.
And he just throws this one away as I think that was Bruce Irvin coming in on the blitz.
Go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10.
This one complete to A.J. Green.
There as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. Underneath, this is
And this is a gain of 2, but it is enough for the 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Dalton.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton.
And this one knocked away by Ben Heaney, who has an interception.
everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
They send Green to the left on his own. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Boyd's the target.
Nice hit by Joseph.
The reception good for
Gain of 7.
It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field.
Yeah, let's play prevent.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers,
Madden
has really become
suggestions
the
these
evolutionary chain
days.
in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we
This one complete to Eifert,
now you spread
short of the
field.
first down.
You have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down.
Cut by LaFell.
12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Also has over 100 yards
Last play there,
today.
he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
Yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate.
Really?
The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch.
Because he has 2 interceptions and no touchdowns.
I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Deep drop. He gets this one to Boyd.
And a 3rd down and 2 coming up. That one a little bit short.
6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. But just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Here's Dalton, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame. Hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Hi.
Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And Eifert has it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know their defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he's going to press this one forward. Up a 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. And a really
Just scored 1 touchdown.
You want 2.
Another false start.
So far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
This is turning into a bit of a death march here. The 13th play of this drive. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. His pass caught at the 4.
Press
So a
X.
nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much
Oh
daylight
my.
after that. As
That's
he's
why I want to
brought
put him
down.
put the backups in.
Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Of course. I'm putting the backups in after this drive.
It's 3rd and goal. Third and 2 for Dalton. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh my gosh, you're
Just
kidding.
looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone,
Just your luck.
tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play.
What? They're gonna run?
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Showing some grits and some guts going for it. Their 4th and goal, pounding it in.
And being
False start.
rewarded for that confidence in the team, huh? The coach saying, let's go ahead and get this. And how about the guys up front firing out, finding a little bit of a crack for them to get through? Touchdown. I love it.
Now another try at 2 here from the 7 now. Here's Dalton to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Okay, before I forget. Oh, yeah, you can't be starting at 2 different. Oh, we gotta take out Khalil Mack. Never mind. Okay.
But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to do.
Now a hit and
Oh
a
my
loose
God.
football. And the Raiders pick it up. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Your defense, dough.
3 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Explosive.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Cook. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. First down and 10 now.
We have been getting the ball out pretty quick, though. Here's another run. It's Rashard, and he's going to lose a yard.
But finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made that time by Michael Johnson. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Throwing, Cook, pass incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
No, that's bad.
And that is incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Time running out here on the play clock. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll go on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
The play clock's running down. They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
Here's another run, and Richard will get the first down. I thought that was a touchdown for a second. Why are you calling timeout? There's nothing you really do. You're down by 9. You're down by 17. Can I cut it back outside, maybe? Oh, wow. There's no blocking whatsoever.
The Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And this seemingly endless drive continues. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Yes, let's throw it to Watson.
They come out here in the eye.
I'll put him on a... Oh, no, not a zig. Out. Here we go. Let's see.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
99 overall.
Caught for a Raider touchdown.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know who he is.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just
why is Anderson still in?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw here.
Dalton was smashed again.
To throw. He chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want.
Game's over.
Practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the
Can't hang on to it when...
incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency
just punting this game away.
They could have run it or passed
Gee,
it.
the
Either
trash
one
can.
was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. So that game, that was not that much of a game. Bengals 21. Yes. So now it's the Pro Bowl. I don't know who went into the Pro Bowl or not, but no, the Panthers. No. Derek Carr is not out for one more week. If he is not back. Who? Whoops, I did kind of up that up a little bit. Not much, like maybe like 6, but you know. But we have Derek Carr back, and I don't think, I don't know. TJ Carey is playing at cornerback because yeah. Whoops. No. 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 There we go. Okay. Because of the broken thumb. But our team is looking better with Derek Carr coming back. Specialist. Yeah. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Our offensive line is good. And now I actually found out how to slide instead of dive, and that's how Derek Carr got injured, I think. No, I think he threw the ball. It was against the Chiefs. He threw the ball and then got hit. Should have been roughing the passer, but you know, that's Madden. I want to see. Let's see. Wow. 34-0. That's. I feel bad for the Packers. Okay, let's see what the size for news. We did lose. We lost to the Panthers. That was our only loss of the season to the Panthers. Okay, so here we go. I'm not going to be able to play today. I can't play the Super Bowl. I think I'll be able to play Saturday though. So sorry about that, but yeah, Super Bowl, pretty cool. Just a second. I'm gonna see what our uniforms are. If we have like any special uniforms or not. Nope. No, we don't. And I'll just wear a color rush, I think. And their color rush is what? It's alright, I guess. But yeah, we'll wear color rush or whatever, I guess. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. And yeah, so see you Saturday probably. Goodbye.